Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you guys here this Wednesday. Give me a second here. Whoop. Today is Wednesday the 3rd. Tomorrow's July 4th in the United States. Happy July 4th celebrations, everybody. Today's Wednesday the 3rd of July. And we're going to get right in there and talk about a few things. 3 out of 4 Americans say that they're not financially secure. People have to either be financially secure or feel financially secure in order for the parties involved to win an election. You know, I mean, what we got going on here is, well, you need to have candidates that are on top of their game in order to, for an incumbent to win in an election. You need a candidate that's on top of their game. Number one, you need an economy that's really functioning well, and people that feel happy, safe, and secure. In this case, what we have here is 3 out of 4 Americans say they're not financially secure, and this economy is not doing near as well as they say it's doing. So, for these reasons, you know what I would say right now, and I can see which way this game is going. What I would predict and what I would say right now is that all of those people that are illegal in the United States of America right now should probably start thinking about packing their bags. You know what I mean? We have a judge that's delaying Trump's hush money sentencing until at least September. Now, why are they doing that? I wonder why. I just wonder why. Anyway, the judge delays Trump's hush money sentencing until at least September after a high court immunity ruling. So, I mean, that high court immunity ruling might have had something to do with it. After this high court immunity ruling. So they're not going to sentence until at least September. Well, they might delay again after September. Well, we'll have to wait and see when we get there. Biden is going to meet the Democratic governors to assuage fears after his debate performance. He's going to meet with all the Democratic governors. And it says that the House members reportedly prepare to call for him to step down. It says Joe Biden will meet with Democratic governors on Wednesday as the president faces increasing concerning polls and growing calls to withdraw his candidacy, including from a congressional Democrat. But here's the thing about all this is, who have they got waiting in the wings? And the next question would be is, whoever they got waiting in the wings, would he do better than Biden? And that's kind of why I say, I think I see which way all of this is heading toward. It says cracks showing in Democratic support, as Biden says he nearly fell asleep on stage. Says cracks among Democratic leaders for Joe Biden's campaign continue to widen on Wednesday ahead of the evening meeting with Democratic governors as Barack Obama reportedly expressed concerns about Biden's path to re-election, and Biden himself said he knew the next few days were critical to persuading the public if he is up for the job. Well, it also lists here, it says calamitous debate performance against Donald Trump. So Biden nearly fell asleep. He must have been very calm and relaxed. But I'll tell you what, I bet you Trump was not calm and relaxed or falling asleep. You know what I mean? During a debate. And things like that, like debates and stuff like that, I can... How would a guy, if everything was relying upon a debate, if you were a presidential candidate, how do you get so calm and relaxed at a debate like that you'd fall asleep? That's beyond me. I'd be all butterflies in my stomach and everything, and that's it. because so much is relying upon that. Just something doesn't sit right with me about all that. And anyway, you guys, you've all heard about this big hurricane they're talking about, big Category 5 or whatever. I wouldn't worry too much about it because there's a couple things happening here. You can see this is its path. It's going to go up here and it's going to hit the Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula there in Mexico. It's going to hit there. And as it goes across there, it's going to lose an awful lot of power. And they're indicating it going down to storm strength, not even hurricane, as it crosses the Yucatan. And it's going to enter the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to reassemble back into a hurricane, but probably not into a very powerful hurricane when it reassembles back into the Gulf of Mexico. And it's going to hit in Mexico, south of Texas, according to the National Hurricane Center. Now, what if it does go a little bit north? Well, it could come in somewhere around Brownsville, Texas, or someplace around like that, the southern tip of Texas. But here's the thing, guys. If it does do that, it's probably not going to be a real severe hurricane. Probably just going to be maybe a Category 1 or something like that. So I don't think the United States has got a whole lot to worry about with this hurricane that's coming right here. What was this article? Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway, here we go. Silver today. It's up 94 cents, you know, on the day, which is a darn good day. And the price is up to $30. And how do I get rid of this ad? I'm going to tell you guys something now. There's a constant barrage, especially on the internet, where they're all out there just trying to get money. Honest to goodness, I'm telling you guys, it says these pages are not responding. Okay, we're having memory issues with the computer, I guess. Not a good thing during my show to have memory issues with the computer. Now we're on to Bitcoin here. $60,153 today. It's dropped, shed about 3,000. It was around 63,000, I think, Monday's show, wasn't it? And so it's shed a little bit, and it's almost down into the 50s again. Bitcoin is staggering a little bit, and Ethereum is at 33.04, and we're looking at XRP at 47.2 cents. And taking a look at our stock market today, now the S&P 500 is up 12 points at 5,521. And the Dow is down 56 points at 39,275. Meanwhile, we see what crude oil's doing here at 82.92. It's up 11 cents. So crude oil has busted through the $80 mark, and now it's really up there heading toward $90. It's one of the factors that weigh on inflation is crude oil, because this is an oil-based economy. The whole world is an oil-based economy. Everything relies upon oil, and it's going to remain that way into the future for quite some time. Really, I'm going to just sidetrack a little bit here and talk about something. If they really want to get off of the ground with electric power, they need a couple things to happen if they're really going to beat crude at its own game. One of the things is fusion power, and we're almost there. We're awfully close to fusion power, so free energy. So if you can energize your grid with free energy, that's a big plus toward getting off the ground with electric power. Motors aren't the problem in the cars, the electric motors. They're great. Fantastic. The problem's in the battery system, storage of the electricity. So the next step is, after you get fusion, what you need some new types of batteries that are going to be able to store a larger charge of power and be able to charge much faster, so they can take the juice in much faster. So maybe think of an electric car where you've got double the range you have now, And instead of taking hours to charge, you can charge it in less than 5 minutes. Then you've become competitive with crude oil. Actually more than competitive, because if you've got the free energy being produced by your nuclear fusion, and you can charge in 5 minutes or less, man, everybody will want electric cars then. And so it would really beat the oil industry if they had those two inventions. So that's what they really need to work on. They need to work on the batteries and nuclear fusion and get it all together and get what they've got, go and get it together and get their act together on all this. You know, really help the industry. Now the U.S. 10-year here is down 8.1. So we seen a day when it went up 13 basis points the other day, or 14 basis points. And now we're seeing a day when it's dropping 8.1. But who's buying this stuff to get it back down again? Look all the way across the board, from the front to the long end. They're all dropping substantially. Why? Why? Where's this tremendous inflow of money coming from that's making all these yields move so much to the downside today? And I've observed this happening quite a few times, and I don't exactly know what the explanation for it is. But there's big money. Do you know how much money it takes to move these yields 8.5 basis points? How much treasuries you'd have to purchase if you're a big buyer to make these yields move this much? It takes an awful lot of money, and because this is a huge market. It's like 10 times the size of the stock market. Take multiple billions of dollars to move it that much. So we're seeing a 10-year fall today. Yields fell 7.9 basis points in the 10-year. It's at 4.35. And the U.S. 30 years at 4.52, and it's fell 8 basis points. That's a lot. But I do know if they're going to keep this system stable, they have to continue with this. Continue when these yields pop to the upside. They got to make sure that they continue to go to the downside. If those yields get out of control to the upside on the bonds, and the bonds crash, the bond market crashes after this last 40 years of debt creation, the amount of leverage that's in this system right now, if the system were to deleverage, which is what it almost did in 2008, come darn close to deleveraging the system. This system is it's almost like the whole system's weaponized with all these derivatives products and everything else. You have to keep that monetized. Otherwise, it will deleverage. So you got to have buyers for the treasuries. And if no buyers are stepping forward, well, you got to make buyers. If you got the money. If you got a print and press, you can do that. You can do stuff like that. Now, if we got the U.S. dollar index today, it's fell somewhat. It's starting to rebound a little bit this afternoon. It's probably why silver's up nearly $1. The dollar's down a half a penny at 105.21. It's starting to rebound a little bit this afternoon. Listen, you guys have a great afternoon. And we'll catch you guys in the next show. Have a great day all together. Have a great day, and have a great July 4th. You got your fireworks or whatever you're going to do, sparklers, or I don't know, sometimes kids, they love stuff like that. But you got to be careful. Don't want to get burnt. Even a sparkler can be dangerous, especially if a spark goes in your eye or something like that. You got to be careful, especially kids. And time for having a barbecue and stuff like that. We'll catch you guys in the next show. Have a great day. Bye-bye.